Hello, everyone. Hope you are doing well. So this is ARP 3. We are getting near the end. So at this point in time, you have all submitted your drafts for ARP 2, and I'm working my way through those. Thank you for your patience. It's always interesting. This class or these classes end and then start right around the same time that we return back to campus and the DPT program gets going. So it's a pretty busy time period, but that being said, I think I have completed about half the class, and I'll get the rest of the class done over the next few days. Now, on those drafts that I sent back, consider these as preliminary edits. The whole purpose is to make sure that you've got all the major components, things are making sense, and just to identify any areas that need some revision. What you'll be doing next is working closely with your committee, and there's some different timelines in place for you to not only get your paper to your committee for review. We're going to do that a few times through the term, but also to create and get your committee to approve your poster. So let's go through and look at the timelines established in this class. Again, everything's online. Our whole goal here is to finalize your systematic review or your scoping review, and you're going to have a research poster and present it at the research symposium. Everything's going to be posted on Canvas that you need. There's the breakdown for evaluation and grading for the course, and you see the points dedicated to each of the three major assessments: the presentation at the symposium, the poster, and the paper. Course objectives, if you want to read through those at all, some of the boilerplate language regarding professionalism, this is the same stuff that you have seen probably in your other PA courses. Information on plagiarism, use of AI, the policy related to that. And for this course, you should not be utilizing AI tools to write your drafts. And then general program and university policies there. Class schedule. Okay, so here we are in week number 1, and we're introducing ARP 3 and basically taking time to take a look at what's occurring this term. You don't have any specific assignments this week. There are no online posts to do. What you're going to be doing is just looking at your manuscripts that I've sent back and begin that initial editing process. Next week, we'll be doing a screencast looking at creating your poster and then a discussion on revising your manuscripts. So for a couple weeks in September, you're going to be working on revising your manuscripts, and then you need to turn in your next draft to your committee by the end of September 28th, with the goal of them turning it back to you in a 2-week time period. You'll see more time devoted to revising your draft. And then the week of October 27th, you need to be checking in with your dissertation committee. You're going to be sending your next draft at that point by November 2nd to your committee and to me. And then the goal again for the committee is to turn around revisions in 2 weeks. By the end of November 9th, you're going to be submitting your poster to your committee for review and edits. The following week, week 12, class time devoted to revising your draft and or your poster. And then finally, by November 18th, you should have your symposium poster locked in and ready to submit to a printing company. Now, listed here in the syllabus is Allegra Printing. Allegra is a company here in Newburgh that the DPT program uses for our symposium, that the PA program has utilized a lot in the past. You're responsible for getting them a copy of your poster. You may also utilize other locations. I think some students have utilized Office Depot in the past. Ultimately, what you need to be able to create is a 36-inch by 24-inch color poster, hardstock or cardstock, something that can be placed on an easel. These should not be soft papers, those ones you would roll out and tack on to something. These need to be a hard paper format or a hardstock that can be, again, presented on a poster easel. You'll be responsible for dropping off and picking up from whichever company you use. Thanksgiving week, nothing going on, and then we return from Thanksgiving week. That is the week of the Research Symposium, December 4th, and that's in Canyon Commons. It starts at 5 p.m., and so you'll have time right before that to get set up. Final manuscript submitted to me by December 12th. You should be submitting to your community chair by December 8th for the final checkoff, and then finally to me by December 12th. Let me make that little edit right there. Great. Okay, that is everything for this week. Looking forward to working with you through the term and getting things to culminate in the research symposium and your final manuscripts.